I'm dead.
So not we're gonna die, you're gonna die. Oh, I'm.
Sadly, there's no Covenant battle rifle.
No. So we got garbage weapons. Cool. That worked out well.
I actually don't know who the fuck we're supposed to kill. I just see Covenant.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way. I'm trying not to shoot our dudes, but so oh God. Oh, I didn't.
Sniped?
No, fucking. They look like they blend so goddamn hard into the fucking thing. Okay, okay. It takes 3 shots. Count them, 3 shots with the sword to kill 1 elite.
Did we not get stealth because it's legendary? I could have sworn you're supposed to stealth at this spot too.
I don't know. Anyways, I was talking about something. Before all this.
I think we're still on men and women topic. I don't remember what specifically though.
I don't understand what it was. Let's just go back to this. I don't understand how come it seems like it's such a bad thing or such. Ooh, there's a. I like this. The Covenant Carbine's not a bad weapon. I don't understand why it's such a bad thing to talk about when a guy has an issue. I quite literally don't get it.
As in what? Issue as in how?
Just issue in general. Suicide rates gets ignored. Fucking mental health gets ignored. I'm gonna die. Yeah, mental health gets ignored.
Either gets ignored or diagnosed incorrectly.
Relationship shit. If you're not a specific way, you're of course a garbage person.
They can shoot through that?
Yeah, apparently. Jesus. I mean, and I don't think that every woman or guy believes that. But what I do see a lot of times is guys don't give a fuck about guys. Girls don't give a fuck about guys. And unless it's their son, and then they raise them to be however way they feel like they should be, right?
And then they'll care about it.
No, not always. Not always. Sometimes they legitimately care, because I know we both know people that actually like that care about the men in their lives without having like extra bullshit added to it. But it's rare. I have to say, from what I've seen, it's rare, and I could be wrong. Other people
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah.
I think did I lose me?
I died.
Hold on a second.
You can't hear me?
No, not you. It's not over you. I think my freaking whatchamacallit just decided to want to get all wonky. I've been asking on Facebook.
Oh.
But yeah, it just seems that like it's not taken seriously in a lot of cases by a lot of people. And I honestly just want to know why. Why is it not taken that seriously? Like, people talk about like it is a serious topic. It's like, then why isn't there any like talk? Why isn't there any like
the grimmest thing I've heard in relation to it is like basically men kind of gotta just take it on the chin when women's issues get prioritized, because then that will lead to people eventually focusing on the men's issue
that
related
is
to
not
it.
how any of that works though, at all.
It doesn't work like that, and that's also just depressing as fuck.
Yeah, well, no, it
in of
doesn't.
itself.
Well, besides it being depressed, it doesn't work because there will never be a stop of an issue. Because issues just kind of either issues will be created or issues will continue to happen, and it will
that is
never,
one thing.
It will never get to the wow. It will never get to. Oh, thank you.
Trying to get that damn
stop
charge
yelling.
for so
Jesus
long.
Christ.
Yeah, he was
forever.
really extra on that one. It's like actually turns into a human crying at the end. Like, okay, cut. This is something else. This is him acting.
Oh my god, my wife, she left me. Oh Jesus! It's like John. That was 5 years ago. I have to cue up those emotions to get to this point.
Why did you leave that take in the game? What the fuck? The super rare chance of that whole thing playing when the elite dies.
Oh no! What was it? The fucking what's the game? Goddamn fuck. Oblivion. Where they left the one line in the fucking oh, that's you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you stuck with a grenade.
I almost did.
You tried.
Better be glad I'm shit at sticking people.
But what line?
Anyways, but yeah, I think a lot of times it's more the fact that like it doesn't work because.
Oh, you fucking scared the shit out of me, dude. Why did you do that?
I switched weapons because I'm almost out of ammo.
But like you turned around like towards me. I thought that was someone running around the corner. I'm probably dead.
Yeah, fucking needlers are shit.
So they're great when they use them.
Yeah, when no, I mean they're shit as in like for us in either way.
Yeah, fucking 2 is half of your shield. Fucking Christ. What line was left in?
In Oblivion, the line where this lady did a line, and she says her line, and she's like, "Oh, can I do that again?" And they left that in there, and she does the line over again. It is fucking amazing. Can I do that? Can I do that line over again or something like that? You can find it online. It's great.
Is this ground all we got left?
Yep. Not anymore. I care about my soldiers. So now all your soldiers are dead. Oh, there's no cover. You just start us off with no goddamn cover.
Mm-hmm. Best part about the carbine is no fucking overheating bullshit.
No, you just run out of ammo. And they shoot super sure. Shooting at you.
Someone over there on the right. What the fuck? Holy shit, their needlers are so broken.
Oh god.
They like turn half circles around corners and shit.
dude.
Arbiter, clear the hangar and open its door so I may drop the second latch.
So, anyways, I really wish that I really wish there was a lot better with
Clear
that.
the hangar
I
and
like,
open its door so I may
I,
drop the
I like
second
it.
latch.
I like a lot of the times how it goes. Like, I have this issue. It's like, oh, you have this issue? Yeah. Well, I also had this issue. I had A, B, and C happen to me, and I was and it's like, oh, okay. Am I supposed to confide in you, or am I supposed to make you feel better about like what's happening here? I need to know.
Does
Well, I got
that conversation you had on Facebook?
What about it?
Do they watch your stream?
I don't know. And if they do, I welcome them here.
Because I saw that sort of comment you're referencing. And I was wondering
Actually,
where
I wasn't
came
referencing
from.
that. I wasn't referencing that comment at all.
Okay.
Well,
Alright.
well, thanks a lot. Now you make me seem like I'm an asshole. No, I actually was not referencing that comment.
Okay.
Because we actually we talked about it. We're discussing it, and she was raising some valid points, and she didn't bring that up like at the very beginning of stuff.
Where the fuck?
Clear the hangar and open its door so I may drop the second latch.
Fucking literally invisible in the corner, just filled with needles.
Well, yeah, I wasn't making a reference to that. That would be
Alright.
that. Number one, that'd be wrong. That'd be insulting. And I would just say like, oh yeah, this. I wouldn't dip, dive, duck, and dodge
So I may
that
drop
shit.
the second latch.
That's disrespectful to both her and myself. But what it generally comes down, because we were talking about for that conversation, we were talking about men and women, right? And we were talking about like
Yeah, I saw
how-
the thing you posted.
What's that?
Yeah, based off of that thing you posted.
Yeah. We were talking about
men
basically
being
the same
loyal.
thing. And I was saying, from this is how I see things, and she was like, "Well, I had A, B, and C had this," and she admitted everything. She was getting a little heated by it, which is fine. I mean, people get heated about it. I don't get heated about this stuff. I just go like, "This is what I see," and it's just kind of how it is. And if you have something to prove wrong, let's go for it. And if you get mad, I'm not gonna be mad at you for getting upset. You're upset. I get it.
That's interesting. You know,
But.
she could get a little heated and it's okay, but I get a little rude. It's the worst thing to ever happen. No, you're part of the problem, Will. I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. I was wrong. It was wrong. I did not want that to happen. It was wrong. It was disrespectful. I thought you were stronger than that, but I guess I was wrong. And you're not.
I'll just let you finish.
I thought you could. I thought you could handle. You had a little bit tougher skin, but apparently you're weak.
Oh,
You're weaker than.
where the fuck are they shooting from?
Down here.
Weaker than I what?
Oh, I died. Just in general, you have very thin skin, is what I'm trying to say.
I want to know what you specifically said you were gonna say though. I'm
What?
weaker than
What?
what? You said I'm weaker than you didn't finish.
I thought you were.
Specific.
No, I did finish. I said you're weaker than I thought
No, you said you were weaker than an A.
you were. No, I did not say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you misheard my turn. And if I did, that wasn't my intention to say that, because I had absolutely nothing to compare it with. Oh. But anyways. Why are you laughing?
I don't know, that one that just looked funny as fuck for some reason.
Are they dead? Oh, I'm not dying.
I died.
Stop that.
I thought the Sentinel beam actually did damage.
No, it doesn't. That's why I didn't
Fucking
use it anymore.
shields them.
But yeah, but in that conversation that we were talking about, I did raise a question, like, when I see something that happens more, how am I supposed to adjust, like, go for it? I understand a lot of ladies, they see stuff that happens to them, and it's the world. That's what it is. That's how everything is. That's what I see, therefore, that's the world.
So, Waldo.
What's that?
Zawaldo.
Go Zawaldo. But if a guy says that it's not really like that, you don't understand. It's because it's all about how they perceive the stuff, right? Oh my good lord!
Yeah, they kill you really quick. They're basically, guys aren't allowed to generalize at all, even if it's somewhat accurate.
We're not allowed to generalize, and we're not allowed to generalize, and we're equally supposed to and not supposed to feel bad about stuff. Like, it's like you should have like mental health stuff should be a thing for guys, but this problem is something that's not really real. It's like, well, wait, how does that work? I don't think that's how any of that should work. I really don't think that's how any of that should work. How can you say that mental health is important when it doesn't seem like it is when it comes to guys? And I've experienced that. I've experienced being in mental health, and most of the time it feels like I don't know what to do with you. So
people have like unrealistic expectations of like therapy, because it's not a guaranteed fix. Cause,
no,
like if it was, rich people basically would never die. Like they can afford therapists and they would just get fixed. But no, like tons of people with money that are going through therapy still, make that unfortunate decision. So it's like the solution isn't just therapy. And I thought about this earlier too. I was actually gonna save it for another stream, but I actually kind of want to talk about it now that it's on my head. I do have a possible solution for remedy some of these issues, but a lot of people aren't gonna like it. Basically, I think either military conscription or some sort of mandated, like government mandated system that basically puts young people, that forces them to get together with other people from, regardless of your background, doesn't matter how rich you are, poor you are, religious, you're all together, you're all working together to do things, build things, learn things, and you basically learn to interact with people that aren't like you.
Well,
outside of public school, of course.
Well, the thing is that a lot of people worry about with that is now the government has control of what goes in and what goes out.
All right.
And all of the cultural and other stuff can easily, with certain slight changes, not saying it would happen, but with easy slight changes, will go right out the window.
What do you mean?
If we make it where, you're guys all equally pieces of shit in here, and all the extra like cultural bullshit that we tell you about and that we're gonna deal with, it will not matter at all. Oh, I'm dead because the fucking grunt didn't die. But yeah, it's literally like stuff we have to be. I believe that you got to be really careful with just letting the government take over everything. Take over like certain things,
try to think of it more as like, I'm talking about the idea of getting people together to actually know how to interact with society, not
I wouldn't
the government.
I wouldn't recommend it for military conscription. Because if you do military conscription, that is you literally going into the military, which is government ran. So that's why I say,
but that argument, that is just like general American anti-government for the sake of
I'm not saying that because of that reason, and not saying anti-government for the anti-government. I think when it comes to social issues, even slapping people together and stuff like that, slapping people together for a military thing versus slapping people together for for other social aspects that are more civilian, some of the stuff can overlap, but I'm not sure. I say this because I'm not sure how much of that will overlap in real life when it comes to civvies. Like, we'll learn how to do it. But if you and even if you make everybody do that, like,
To get away from the military thing, because it didn't. I wasn't trying to say it had to be military, but just some sort of program that gets young people together to know how to interact with people and like basically experience people from different backgrounds, so they actually kind of learn. And who is actually?
oh my god.
So annoying trying to figure out who's fighting who.
Yeah, because like I stared at a fucking goddamn fucking elite for like a second and was like, am I shoot red? Is he on our side? It was like red. I'm like, oh, that's red.
Yeah, my idea was basically something that tries to rebuild a sense of community among people, because I think that's one thing that might be lacking as our nation has become less religious. Religion actually did provide a lot of community for people that gave them like purpose.
It gave them community.
At the same
It
time.
gave specific. Oh, I'm sorry. Continue. I'm interrupting.
But as we've like become less religious, people don't really think about other people at all. And I think if we have like another type of program that would build communities better. But
I disagree with that idea that you're saying like we don't have that community, because we do have that community. We just have it in different ways. It might not be religious, but we have. Come on, we have comic groups, we have online forums, and I'll steer away from stuff like online because I can't.
those are like subcultures. I'm talking about like people just being together as people, not just people that are.
Church was never that. Then what are you talking about? Church technically would be considered being like a part of a subculture. It wasn't just like a get together group where you just are like, yeah, let's get together, guys, and let's have like this fun whatever. That's literally a subgroup. It's a subculture inside of a culture, especially here in America.
Like at the point where it appears what I'm talking about, so many people were in it, you can't really call it just a subculture. Like that was just the culture.
I'm confused on what you're trying to say there, because it doesn't make sense to me. Because,
Alright.
like, the idea that I'm getting at is we have to be really careful how we go about doing this. And the idea of, we need to go back to something like churches. Well, how do you get? It was literally like, societally, it was looked at as you don't go to church, something's wrong with you, or you're a heathen.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that at all.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Like, what do you mean?
So, like, when you think about religion back then, you had people who were Christian, but they also enjoyed
Oh my god.
whatever subculture interests they were into, like sports or whatever, or people that were into different interests, but they were all Christians and they would all go to church or whatever, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not just a community of people in the sense that they're all interested in comic books or video games. So like they're just all people from different types with different interests, completely different types of backgrounds.
Well,
They still
wait, time. Because that's kind of what people who are into, like, comic book people aren't all into just specific types of comics. It literally is like a subculture in that sense. And religion could be looked at the same way. Just because they have mutual interest. The mutual interest is the religion. What is killing me? The mutual interest is the religion. So I think religion. If something like religion, we do that. Because religion, if you want to say religion is just like a social gathering, right? It's like a social gathering and stuff where people
religion isn't just a social gathering. It's like a way of life that teaches you how to treat people, how to live.
Depends on the religion and depends on how they go about it.
No, like every religion It's every religion is about like how to live life.
Whoa, I get that. But every religion is about how to live life a specific way, not necessarily for the betterment of others or betterment for things. It's a system, just kind of like Taoism. Taoism technically isn't a religion; it's a way of life. It's an idea of how you should live your life to be a certain way. Religion is something that you're devout to, you worship, and generally it is attached to a god of some kind.
Right.
So, are you wanting something like that? That like it's something that you're attached to, that you have to go to and be a part of? Or are you looking for a social group that actually like teaches kind of like a all around boys and girls club that everybody has to go to? Like a forced boys and girls club that every child has to go to just so they can learn how to be a part of the culture.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, because I mean, from the way that I'm hearing it, it sounds very scary and really bad.
That's just you then, because
No, that doesn't sound good. It doesn't, like, the way that you're explaining it does not sound like something that sounds good. It sounds like you're forcing somebody into a system or a group to make them learn things that you believe are right. Or believe that you believe are going to be societally correct.
All right, you jumped way ahead.
Well, no, that's what I'm trying to get understanding, and I'm trying to explain what I don't get or how it sounds to me.
All right, not about believing certain things, but just like actually going outside and meeting other people that aren't the same as you. Like,
well, that's kind of what school does. That's why I'm kind of confused. Like, not like school, but so how? Because that's what school does.
No, the focus of school is to learn whatever curriculum.
No, technically, well, that's what it's.
No, you learn how to interact with people on like in certain areas when you like do projects, but the focus isn't.
In early school, I would say yes. In like high school and shit like that, the lessons, especially here in America, the lessons that you're learning aren't really that important, and they aren't doing really anything for you, to be completely honest. What you're learning is more how to socially interact with different types of people through things. So school technically already covers that. School already technically covers that end, right? If we're looking at it like when you were saying, kind of like a religion isn't a bunch of people from all walks of life generally getting together. They're generally people who have the same sense of belief system or structure in how they should live their life, getting together and like communing with one another. They don't necessarily, different walks of life doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, well, they work at different places, or this guy plays poker and this guy doesn't, type thing. It's like different walks of life means two different separate systems of beliefs. In the door down here. I was just waiting for you.
I thought, didn't we come from there?
No, we came from upstairs. Remember the elevator?
Oh yeah.
We boop. We in any type of any type of religion and stuff like that, or any type of a thing like that, you literally have a group of people get together. Oh, I'm a demo. You're literally have like-minded people get together to worship like a like-minded thing. It's not them as being different people. They literally have this thing in common, this way of life that they're supposed to live because of a higher power or whatever you might. Well, generally, religion and higher power, not really like living like a way of life or anything like that. And you're saying that those people have to go to be a part of the thing so they can meet people of a different walk of life. Religion wouldn't be that. School would be that. You're literally meeting black kids, white kids, and stuff like that. A lot of religions. Whoa! I just fell through the wall. Oh my god! I literally like clipped through the map.
Oh, I see it on the street.
Whoa.
fucking grunt with a needler working us.
Yeah, like, every time I fucking shoot him, it's like, nah, I'm good, man.
Wow, do they have a sniper?
No, it's that fucking... they're using a carbine. Gotcha. No, mister. No. But yeah, that would be like a school. A school would be that. Religion is not a group of people that are getting together to, like, from different quote-unquote walks of life. You literally assimilate. You assimilate into a religion. You become one of the people.
That's what I'm saying. That specifically said it's not religion, but like the community aspect of where that comes from.
Oh, so what you're basically saying is there should be like a community outreach, like for an area. Oh.
Like community gatherings that people actually go to.
But do you believe that should be forced? That's the biggest part of it. If you believe it should be forced, I disagree with that heavily. I heavily disagree with the fact that you should force somebody to be a part of it. That was my fault. I stuck you in the back. I'm so sorry.
Do you disagree with it being forced, or you disagree with the idea?
I like the idea. I disagree with it being forced.
Why?
I disagree with being forced because now you're forcing somebody to be a part of this thing. And that's a really quick way to make people into an in-group and slowly start. Well, what I think it's going to do. Can I finish? I think that.
Well, you did talk for a while. Like,
okay, then I will not continue my answer. Go ahead, say what you got to say.
I just want to ask.
Go ahead, ask
agree? I'm asking. Do you agree with forcing kids to go to school?
All right.
I don't know. Shit. I talked for a while, so you go.
I just wanted to ask that real quick because.
Do I think that they should go to school? I think curriculum shouldn't be as. I actually think I think kids should go to school. I think that the curriculum should not be as rigid as it is. It's not nearly free flowing enough.
Well, not really like curriculum, but because like I believe you have to send your kid to some sort of school or homeschool.
Yeah, they have to do some type of school. So technically, even if you homeschool, it's not. Oh, what the hell killed me? Oh, I got killed by a fucker. I was like, up there's fire, and I died, and I heard the laser the last second. Ooh, sniped. I believe that I believe the biggest problem with schooling is they don't have an aspect of heavy social interaction. It's more like you do this thing. You go. It's in its own weird way. Schooling is already a form of conscription. You have to go to school. You have to learn these preset lessons, and there's no going as a teacher. It's really difficult. I can't say you can't, but it's really difficult to go beyond, or go outside of the prescribed lesson plan.
Yeah.
So,
which is why
I would say, like, it's really difficult to get sniped, motherfucker. I would say that there should be more. There should be a little bit different interaction, but it has to be. It can't be something rigid, and it can't be something that is. Oh my god. Oh my god, they were hyped on. It can't be like prescribed in any way, form, or fashion.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any sort of ideological teachings or stuff like that.
I don't even mean ideological, or necessarily just ideological in the sense of like, that's our bad. I mean like in the sense of like anything going into like nationalism or anything like that. Doesn't necessarily have to be idealistic and like a religious sense. but like anything that's going to teach you you're better than this group of people. But you can't really do that even in America, because we're taught here in America that America is the shit. It's the greatest country on the planet, and if you say anything against that living in the country, you're probably either you're a communist or a bad person or anything, and that's wrong. Oh, I'm like right between the legs. Okay. Did he die?
No.
Oh, here's another one of those things. Do we press the terminal? Do we press it? Do we do it? Do we do it?
Go.
I'm in it. What is this? What is that?
Inspector.
Oh, that's when we blew up the ring.
Oh yeah. The Pillar of Autumn did all of that shit? Fuck.
Yeah, it had like a... Well, it blew up one part of the ring, which blew that part of the ring. Which I don't know how it blew it towards the other Halo ring.
Yeah, if it was on the inside of the ring, how did
it... Yeah, I was like...
make no sense.
Maybe there's some kind of like...
Alright, the whole Halo universe is in question now. That couldn't have happened.
Impossible goes against physics.
Ended at Halo 2.
I mean, oh, yep, done. Forget about it. He flew all the way to another facility from space. That's incredible.
Glorious day. The Prophet is really pleased that we have rescued an oracle from the humans' violation of the Holy Temple.
Why do you keep calling it a temple? My installation was a weapon, and one which we needed very, very badly.
I mean...
But Oracle, I do not understand. We were told the rings are salvation, a gateway to paradise.
Told? By whom? Anyone who told you that is a
how
fool,
are these
or quite mad.
advanced space
That
creatures
installation was a beautiful tool,
still
designed to destroy
heavily
everything
religious,
the Flood
and they
might
see
feed on.
a robot,
Everything?
and they're like,
Oh,
Oracle.
quite
No, it's a
everything.
robot.
And
It
if
just
even
knows
one
shit.
flood spore survived the destruction of my ring,
Is that kind of what oracles
Shut
are, though?
down
Just
all
people,
lines
people
to
that know
the
shit.
Well, no, people.
Not
That's a
notify
machine.
the prophets of our discovery.
Yeah,
Till
but
I
like,
hear everything this
we're gonna get in a
oracle has
fake
to say.
AI discussion.
I will gladly share what
If
I
a
am
machine
but
is
we have
really
little
intelligent
time.
to the point where it's
What has been
self-aware,
unleashed here could destroy everything you have
does it
ever
have
known.
a conscience?
that,
Like, no, not conscience.
Does it have
are in
a
agreement.
soul?
Yeah, does it have a conscious experience?
I don't know. We can't say. That's almost like
We,
saying...
we actually can't really even prove we have conscious
Exactly,
experience.
that's what I said, we
That's just
can't
an
say it.
abstract.
I can't prove that